everyone, my name is Infina and welcome to me talking about the second part of the big Animal Crossing huge update that came out. I'm going to go through this as quickly as possible so that you can get on with your day, but I really appreciate you being here. Remember to like, comment and subscribe if you enjoy this type of content, have a gander at the graph, and like I said, I really appreciate you being here. Now, on to talking about the big huge update, or the second part of the big huge update. So the second part of the Animal Crossing Direct that they introduced was this thing called Happy Home Paradise, which is basically, if you played Happy Home Designer previously, it's exactly the same but on a larger scale, and there's a lot more stuff going on. Before we fully start talking about it though, this is a paid DLC, and on the Direct they said that it was going to be $24.99, so in UK money that's probably going to be between £20 and £25. In my opinion, I don't think that that's that outrageous because of the plethora of stuff that they introduced with this new update, so in my opinion, 100% totally worth it. So to start off with, there are some familiar faces like Lottie and Wendell which are there, which I'm very happy that they have been reintroduced, and a new character which is very cute and very small, and I love them, and I'm assuming that they're meant to be like in charge of the home paradise side of that business, that designing business. But let's just get into it. Like in Happy Home Designer, you can chat to a villager or a person or whoever is there wandering about and design them a home based on the theme that they give you. The example that they're given the Direct is Maple, and she's asking for basically a teddy bear themed build. You get to pick the location, much like in Happy Home Designer, choose the time of day and choose the season that you will be putting the build in. Now, they do show a map on this which has 49 spaces on it, which I'm assuming is 49 potential options of where you can put people on this giant archipelago map. By the way, that's my favourite word, archipelago. But from the way that it looked, it seems that you can't reuse locations like in the previous game if there is already a villager there. So when you're making a decision as to who you want to put where, I would say, even though you've got 49, which is a lot of places, think carefully. You're then given some furniture that the villager wants you to use, which then you can place inside or outside depending on where it is when it initially starts, and then you can just kind of do whatever you want within the confines of what that villager wants. There's loads and loads of new furniture, which I'm guessing you can get with the money that you get paid while you're on the archipelago creating things and designing things for people. I'm pretty sure it's going to be exclusive to the DLC. I don't know with the way that modding and hacking works if treasure islands are going to be able to get a hold of them so that people can get them for free, or if maybe you have a friend who can give you that item. I don't know if you're potentially limited to the confines of the DLC. We'll just have to see with that. But much like Happy Home Designer, the more homes and gardens and places that you customize, the more furniture you unlock, and then the more people that you unlock. There's also a lot more customization options compared to the previous game. There's home partitions, you can change the size of the house so you're not limited to a certain size, you can pick different lighting effects, and you can choose the ambience that is happening within the home. And this is all transferable from the DLC archipelago to your actual island once you've unlocked them. There's also a new feature which they refer to as polishing, where basically you clean up or polish a piece of furniture and it creates a new animation or an animation that goes with it. For example, the one that they showed, which stuck with me in my mind, was you polished flowers and butterflies came out. And I feel like it goes without saying, if you played Happy Home Designer, you will know this already, but you can redesign a person's home that you've already done. So say, for example, you've done Maple's home. Once you've done a few more people and you've unlocked more furniture, you can then go back to Maple and you can re-customize what you've done for her. You can also get your villagers to go to the archipelago and get themselves a holiday home. It wasn't specifically said what you do, but it seems like you give them something and then they go, oh my god, I want to go to this place, can you make me a holiday home? Which I think is a really nice, interesting feature. You can also invite people via Amiibos. A cute little feature as well is that some villagers can be roomies. Another part of the Happy Home Paradise, much like Happy Home Designer, and I say it right here, this is my live reaction.
Say, the island on which Lottie's Paradise Planning Office is located has a lot of vacant buildings. You can help Lottie design these as well to make the island even more robust.
Like a town hall,
take schools, for example. Design one by drawing inspiration.
You can customize the blank buildings like in the previous game and create them into whatever the choices for that building to be. So you can make a school, you can make a restaurant, you can make doctors, you can make so many different varieties, variants, different things. And what's really interesting is that the villagers and the people who, residents of the archipelago, will actually use those areas and take up little jobs, which I think is really interesting. Much like with custom designs, you can also share your builds online. Obviously you need an online membership membership to be able to do that, but like with custom design, it seems that you can follow and favorite different people's builds that they've done so that you can get inspiration for your own. So it basically bypasses Instagram, so instead of using Instagram to find things, you can find them via the new portal that they're making. You can also use the DLC customization option, so the making partitions within houses, the changing of lighting. You can do that with your actual villager homes. You are limited to specific features. I don't think you can actually change the size of a villager's house, which is a little bit annoying. And finally, just to tag on to the end of this, because I think it's a bit more fitting than it was in the previous video, we're getting a season 5 of Amiibo cards with 48 new cards being introduced, including previous people who were, you know, obviously in the game. So there'll be Wisp and there'll be, you know, other people. My brain's a bit fuzzy. You can look at the image. And also a lot of the new villagers. And here, right here,
Amiibo cards, as well as new ones, will be released at the same time as the update.
Sasha. I like Sasha. That was my reaction for one of the villagers, which I really want to have on my island now because I think she looks absolutely adorable. But yes, that's me very quickly going through the paid DLC for Animal Crossing New Horizons, or the additional game you could say. All of these, the free update, the paid DLC, and the Amiibo cards are all available on the 5th of November, which I think is really good that they're not like staggering it. They're just going, hey, it's all available then, because they have been working on this for quite a while, and this was an absolutely huge update, and I'm just really happy. So I guess all I can say is thank you for watching this video, and happy designing and hunting. I love you guys.